So it's been a little over a year you're on social media. Do you have any regrets?
That's a bit deep, isn't it? No regrets whatsoever. So before I joined TikTok, so TikTok was the platform I went public, and that was what, 13-14 months ago, and I started showcasing my life. Every video, every post was just me being myself. So no, I don't have any regrets. Look, I was mentally prepared that being on social media means you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. There's going to be hate. You're going to have haters. You may have hate groups. Luckily, so far, that's not happened. But all in all, it's been a very positive experience. And I've had really great feedback. We've built a little community because my platforms are simply Samina. We've got our own little community going, and I'm just really, really enjoying myself. You see, you have to be careful where you don't become too addicted to social media. The thing is that I'm not there for validation. I really, at this stage of my life, I'm not there to see how many likes do I get, what comments do I get. That doesn't faze me. That's not important to me at all. The whole purpose I went public on Instagram, on TikTok first, and now that I've opened my YouTube channel, it's been about just under 4 months now, my YouTube channel. This is really why I go live. I try to go live at least once a day. Is I want people to leave my life having a positive experience. I want to spread that awareness, positivity, and I want people to feel good about themselves. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of my presence on social media. It's not for me. The post that I put on there is just me being me, and that's just a genuine person. And I think that's why people warm to me, because they see that she's genuine. She hasn't got any hidden agendas. I've got no reason to be on there. I'm not running a business. I'm not selling products. I'm not selling anything. What I'm selling is that I want people to know that self-care is so important. I've been through so much in life myself. I think when I joined social media, I'm going to go on and on and on. But when I joined social media, I was at a point in my life really where I won't say it was my lowest, because it wasn't. And I had somehow, at somewhat that stage, I had actually lifted myself. I was in a much better place, having lost 3 members of my immediate family over consecutive years, 3 consecutive years, and much before that having dealt with my husband being diagnosed with terminal cancer and him surviving, that impacting my life and my children's life, his life, our relationship. So our relationship has drastically changed because of that. But then through it all, I got stronger. I became stronger. I changed jobs. I even went through a phase where I chopped off my hair. Sometimes that's because we want to change. We want to change in our life. And we're moving into a different phase in our life. And that's exactly how I felt when I moved jobs as well. When I cut my hair short. But I joined, like I said, when I joined TikTok, I was in a much better place, but I still had that void. I had that void in my life. My sisters, both my, right and my left angels had left me. Just in time, saw that I had to turn to the left, otherwise we would have had to do a long U-turn. as I was saying, yeah, my two angels, my right side and my left, I call them my angels because they were there always. You know, we had our ups and downs, we had our differences, just like any sibling. But honestly, they would have been very, very proud of me right now. They would have supported me in my cause, and that was a void. Companionship was a void, because like I said, and I'll touch upon that some other day, about relationships and how relationships change, how marriages, the dynamics of marriage, illnesses can cause the dynamics of marriages to change so drastically. But how I navigated throughout life with a grief, with a very heavy heart, not a day goes by even now that something or some particular moment or some incident doesn't remind me of them. And along this journey on TikTok I say because I've been there the longest, but also that this is where I am very close to a lot of people. Even though they're on the other side of the screen, I'm facing them, they can see me. And emotions have been very raw at times. The times of happiness, jubilant times, sad times, when people come and share their sad stories. You know, it's been quite emotional, and I'm quite relatable to the masses, I find. Because within me, because I can speak Urdu, Punjabi, I'm very much in touch with my roots, and they see a professional woman that's running a home, raised her girls, now a grandmother, alhamdulillah. And I think people find that relatable. They look up at me as well for advice. I've had my own journey. I'm still on a journey. It's not ended. The journey has not ended. By no means has it ended. But TikTok has introduced me to such lovely people. Some come and go. They'll go away for a month or so, and they've been back or they go away for a few weeks, they come back. And some of them have stuck by me right from the beginning. They're there. And some have had some personal issues to deal with, and I've allowed them time. I don't contact them because they're in touch with me on Instagram. That's the only way I have instant messages, is on Instagram.
How has your social media presence changed since you first started?
How has it changed? Well, the family's definitely grown. I can remember in the beginning there used to be less than 10. So when I went live right from the beginning, there used to be less than 10 people, the same people, and it was a very small community. Lovely, but that's obviously grown over time. And like I said, being a little bit different to everybody else that was on there, there's a lot of people pleasers, and I know why. They've got a business, they're either selling something or they want to make money from TikTok, so they have to be likable. So they won't discuss topics, or they won't do things that are not liked by the community. But still, there's been a lot of backlash for them, which I feel so sorry for all these women that are trying to earn a living and get this kind of hate pages. But it can happen to any one of us anytime. You have to be prepared to how to deal with it. You have to develop a thick skin. And so how I've dealt with it, how has it been different, how have I evolved, all through slowly growing the family, the TikTok family growing, people warming to me, understanding where I'm coming from, knowing that I'm genuine, not fake. People see me as like a mother figure, an older sister figure, or an aunt. A lot of them call me auntie. No one's called me grandma yet, but I don't mind. All these relations are lovely relations, aren't they? They're relationships. So I think that's very respectful of people to call you an aunt or sister. I'm thoroughly enjoying my presence. out to YouTube as well, because a lot of people have said to me, Smina, can you make a video of this? Can you do a video of that? Can you explain us that? It's just easier when you've got longer content. You can put it on a platform where people can watch you any time of the day and night from anywhere in the world. I have such beautiful followers from across the world, from different continents, and that's on my YouTube as well, on my TikTok.
Okay. How do you balance your online presence with your offline life?
That's very important. I think that's very, very important for anyone that's on social media, that you do have a balance, because if you don't, you will become addicted. Like I said, they're either money driven, or it's just the validation that people are after, and they will carry on anytime, hours on end. Please, if you've got families, give your family time. This time will not be repeated. You can't get this time back that's left. It's gone. It's gone forever. If you've got young children, give your children time. If you've got a partner, don't neglect your partner. Even now, I've gone away on a staycation, and although it was my husband's idea to book and go, enjoy yourself with your friend, I made sure that I cooked food for him. And my daughter is actually on a business trip abroad as well at the same time. So I made sure that I cooked enough food that lasts him for the next 3 or 4 days. He doesn't care. He's a very selfless man. He's not selfish at all. He never has been. And he's been my biggest supporter. I think I'm very, very lucky there. Always giving me ideas, pushing me along. He knows that Samina's been there for everyone else in her life. And she's had it quite tough as well. Being a carer, losing my sisters, he's seen me hit rock bottom. And he's happy that I'm happy. He's happy that I'm getting some kind of fulfillment, some joy out of helping other people, inspiring other people. He can see it. Therefore, he encourages me. And I make sure that I've cleaned the house. Look, the reason why I can't be on social media that much, I have a full-time job. My job is quite pressurized and demanding. It's a full-time job. I travel into London a couple of times a week as well. So I can't afford to be on social media all the time. But whatever little interaction I do have with people, I want it to be positive. I want to leave a positive impression on people. I want people to feel inspired. I want them to feel like, you know, that they are important as well. In all of this, in the grand scheme of things, us women give so much of ourselves to the children, raising families, also working at the same time, and we forget about ourselves, and it's very easy to lose ourselves. But I just want to tell them that, you know, a little bit of self-love is needed. Pockets of time, find them for yourself. So I hope that's answered that question.
It has. Okay, 2 questions in one. What was the first social media platform you ever joined? And do you remember the first thing you ever posted?
So the first social media platform that I joined was Facebook. That was many, many years ago. Although I still have a Facebook account, I don't use it. Again, what I'm going to say a little bit, I'm going to relate to my Facebook account and that was my personal account. I always had a very small number of people on there. I've never believed in quantity over quality. For me, it's been about quality. I remember back in the Facebook days when it was at its peak, people would say, oh, I've got 500, I've got 700 friends on there, but they're not your friends. They're not your friends. Majority of them, a high percentage of them, you've never even met in your life. They're acquaintances of acquaintances of acquaintances. And for me, it's always been about having good quality people around you. You know, along our journey, we're going to find people we're close to, and at some point, you know, they're going to move on with their journey, and you lose being in touch with them, but you hold on to those good memories. So that's fine. Letting go of friends is fine. And then going back to originally, you know, when I joined TikTok, so that was my personal account. When I went public, then and then another public personal account I had was Instagram, very small followers on there as well, because it was a private account. I went public on TikTok because throughout COVID I was watching, learning. I found it quite intriguing. I found it educational. I quite liked the whole concept of TikTok at the time. Short and to the point, and also the interaction going live. And hence I opened my account. It was private for about a couple of years and with no followers, just me following other people. And I was fascinated by it all. And it was only just one day at work, would you believe, of all places, I had said to my daughters many times, I really want to go on YouTube, I want to go on social media and go public. And they always discouraged me. They were worried that, you know, mum won't be able to cope with any mental pressures, any hate, any negativity on there maybe. So they were just being very protective. But the first thing I posted on TikTok and publicly, I think it was a charcuterie board. I think it was that video. Yeah, that's the first thing. But like I said, I was at work one day and my senior manager called me and said, how's life? What's going on? Just a catch up, friendly chat. And I said, you know, this, but he knows I'm a workaholic and I throw myself in my job and I spend hours at end. And I've never been one that's drawn boundaries, that it's 5 o'clock, I'm going to clock off. I'd work in the evenings if I had to. If I had to catch up and finish a report over the weekend, I'd do that. And he popped me and I said, well, I made a couple of videos for TikTok, but I never posted them. He said, oh, show me, come on. So they were just me in the kitchen cooking away with music in the background. He said, you know what, you need to go public with them. He said, I can see you, Samina, do very well on social media. So he was like the push that I needed. I came home, I remember, that evening, and I said to my husband, I said, you won't believe what William just said. And he said, you won't mind me saying his name actually if he ever watches this vlog. And he said to me, go for it. And I did. And that's the step I took, and no regrets. So far it's all been positive. When there are negative comments, you just have to deal with them. Deal with them in a manner where you don't let it get to you. You cannot let it mentally drain you. If you're having sleepless nights, anxiety from it, then it's not for you. You can't let it get to you. You know, you're not going to be liked by everyone. We already know that, don't we, Autumn? Yeah. You're going to be liked by some and disliked by some. That's absolutely fine. We're not here to please the world. As long as we know that we're doing a good job, our intentions are good, that's all that matters. What a beautiful view. Are you going to let my followers and my subscribers see this beautiful view?
Yes.
Stunning.
So what's the story behind your beautiful profile picture across all your social media platforms?
That picture was taken in a park, I remember. So I think I went on I think it was in June 23 that I joined TikTok. That's when I went public. So in July, my eldest daughter came and she helped me with a few videos. I remember we went into this beautiful park and they have pizza in the park particular evenings, and me and my daughter went there and we were just enjoying the weather, enjoying the food, and she took some shots, and that's the picture there.
Lovely.
That's quite a nice question there.
Has social media changed the way you see yourself?
That's quite a deep question. That's quite a deep question because, yes, it has. I have never been the type of person that stopped and looked at myself in the mirror. I'd get up in the morning after I've done my morning routine, and that's it. I don't go past mirrors or have that many mirrors in the house where I'm stopping and staring at myself. But being on social media, it's inevitable when you put posts on. Like I said, I don't ever go on the post to see how many likes did I get, how many likes do other people have. Never. That is never ever crossed my mind. I do not care about comments or likes. But when I go back and look at them, some of the videos make me smile, make my heart warm, because I know where I was at that time when we shot it, or who shot it. I know that you made a lot of effort, filmed it, or someone else that's close to me. But I look at myself and there's things that I see and I think, oh, it draws my attention to certain things that maybe social media want you to look a certain way. But it's fine. I'm 58 and wow, what a beautiful view. What a beautiful view. The social media does, and that's why I feel sorry for young girls in particular. But for everyone on social media need to be aware that what you see on there is not necessarily the truth, right? What we see on there is not the truth. As we age, we're going to have sagging cheeks, we're going to have wrinkles. What we can do is we can try to slow the process. Use devices, anti-aging devices, serums, treatments, and even growing old gracefully or aging gracefully. Even that term, honestly, that term is different for everyone. It has a different meaning to every single person. To some people it may be having Botox once a year, having Botox twice a year. Or to some people it will be, I don't want to go down the route of Botox or fillers. I don't want those procedures. I don't want anything. I just want to keep it all natural. So aging gracefully has different meanings for everyone. And that's okay. And that's acceptable. What society tell us and try to put us into boxes is wrong. And I've always said that. Be unique, be yourself. Just do whatever pleases you, brings you happiness, brings you joy. Even if you want to try something and if it's not what you wanted it to be, that's fine. Give it a go if that's what you want to do. At the moment, I haven't got Botox, I haven't got any fillers, and I have no plans yet. But then I always believe in saying, never say never. Never say never. And on that note, we're going to end this vlog. And Autumn will show you some of the route. Beautiful route. What I'll do is, while we're on the staycation, maybe we can have these chit chats. If people like these casual ways, which won't require any editing, where we're just chatting, catching up, and I can open up another chapter of my life that you might want to delve into. I can talk about the grief in my life, how I've navigated through life with that grief, how my husband's illness impacted our marriage, how it impacted my life, and how it's impacted the family, how you juggle a full-time pressurized professional career with a family. You can discuss it all. You can have all these different discussions. And now we've hit a little bit more traffic again. Still got over an hour. Thank you very much. I hope you like this style. But please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I could do some more. I will post this up in the next day. So it's up. It won't require a lot of editing. but I hope you liked it. Please do leave a comment on the box below so that I know how it sat with you, or whether it is anything else you want me to discuss. Do you like this style? That's the thing. Casual style without sitting in front of the camera. And let me know. Everyone, keep safe, keep blessed, look after yourselves, and most importantly, remember that it's only you that can look after yourself. You have to be number one for yourself. Take care. Lots of love.